Welcome everybody, VST here, Van's Tech, and this is my Galaxy Z Flip 4. If you know something about this device, the first thing of course is that this device flips, and that's probably one of the best extras. And also, the device has a very neat AMOLED cover screen, a small screen that apparently is very handy. So you can just go there, check your time, then also try to access your music, some stock widgets, and etc. And also try to get a read of your notification, though very basic. Now imagine that I tell you there is a way to transform this screen into a full-blown mini phone, really having the major functionalities that you have while the phone is unflipped. This is what I want to present to you today, a full detailed guide on CoverScreen OS, starting from the installation and setup, going to the app drawer, the navigation system, the app drawer customization, multicolor edge lighting notification, the keyboard, and all the things that you can use with the CoverScreen OS. So first things first, of course, we're gonna start with the installation. It's very easy, guys. What you need to do, of course, is to go to the Google Play Store. Open Play Store, go inside the search and just type CoverOS. This is going to be the first app hitting your phone, CoverScreen OS. Once you're inside, just hit the install button and then follow through my guide. There are a certain set of activities. Some permissions need to be granted to allow the cover screen to fully operate. So open it. Welcome to CoverScreen OS. We need to perform the specific setup to allow the tool to get itself what it needs. So first we need to grant appear on top permissions. This is very useful for the notifications to appear. So once you do a specific set of activities, they will become checked. We need also to enable the accessibility service, installed apps, click on the CoverScreen OS, click here on press allow, then just go back and continue the setup. All right, the next thing we're going to do is grant notification access. This will allow the CoverScreen OS to read your notifications and of course let you interact with your notifications. It's also very important, guys, to enable the microphone. This is optional, but if you don't enable this, it will disable the voice keyboard. So I will enable that one to just make sure I have full access allowed to my tool. Nearby devices is also an optional setting. So if you want to use toggles like Bluetooth Quick Toggle, then it's okay for you to set up. Now, all set, you may now forward to CoverScreen OS. But before we do this, guys, I just want to share some very important information with you. What you can see on the screen is part of the guide that you can also find inside the CoverScreen OS. But I want to start with the fact that if you use the stock OS, which is really what the phone comes with from the factory, you're going to have something like 15% access of the cover screen. So you can only interact with this area here. The CoverScreen OS will extend this to around 85%. So you can now interact almost fully with the cover screen on your phone. And there are some basic things I want to show, and of course I'm going to start with them. So now let's flip the phone back, guys. Now let me take you through the basic. Once you're on the screen, guys, a swipe down will give you access to the native quick toggles presented from the CoverScreen OS. This can be customized and you can add any type of toggle you wish. Once we are back on this screen, a swipe up will open the native CoverScreen OS media screen. You can quickly launch here Spotify, your favorite music tools like Mixcloud, and if there are some apps active, you are going to be able to see them. So see all the active music sessions. All right. Swipe right will give you access to the enhanced CoverScreen notification screen. The native Samsung implementation will only allow you to just see your notification and not really interact quite too much. Here, you can directly open your notifications and also take some actions. You can open the notifications directly from your screen. You can read them, you can reply, you can use voice and full keyboard. And this is also something I'm going to show, okay? One more thing, swipe left will bring us the CoverScreen OS widget system. There are more than 94 widgets that you can use. And of course, this is something I'm going to cover in my video. All right. And probably, guys, the best feature that I saved at the last, one tap will give you access to the CoverScreen app drawer. From here, you can launch any application directly on your cover screen. Something not really possible even while using the good luck modules and etc. So guys, buckle up. And if you're not subscribed for my channel, please do this now. Let's continue. Let's take a detailed look on the app drawer navigation system. What you need to remember is that here you have two gestures available. So let's say I open my Open Weather application, guys. From here I can check all the information, and if I want to go back, swiping from here will get you a back gesture. So swiping left from the extreme right edge of the cover screen will simulate you a back gesture. That's the first gesture. The other thing that is quite important is how you can go back to the up drawer. So let's say I'm right now back in my application. If you swipe up from the bottom of the screen, boom, you end up again in the main up drawer. You need to memorize these two main gestures. If you're done using the up drawer, how you can exit the up drawer, just swipe right from everywhere, and yeah, you're now back on the main screen. As simple as that. Let's now cover the up drawer customizations. So remember, just click one tap and you're inside your up drawer. Notice something, you're not able to see the application names, only icons. And also you have something like a default grid. The good news is, guys, you can change all of this. So open your phone, open the cover screen, go here inside the second menu, scroll down a bit until you see the up drawer. From here, you're able to customize the up drawer. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show the application name, and I'm also going to change the grid style. So remember, you have two options. You can have a grid style or a list style. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and choose 6 for the grid style. Now I'm going to close my phone, guys, and show you how this looks. Okay, so double tap to activate the screen, one tap. And now see, guys, I have 6 icons lined with their names. How can I go back? Just like this, all right? Now, the next thing I'm gonna do, from here, I will now choose the list option, and I'll choose to have only 5 icons. So let me just fold my phone back, all right? Let me go inside the up drawer, boom. If this is something that really works better with you, then you can use that one. So right now, guys, I will have all these icons with the names displayed in a very proper way. But of course, there are more options here. Notice when I'm at the top of my screen that I have some icons there, and they are here for a very specific reason. The first one is the orientation toggle. It has several options, guys. What is its role? It reads the orientation of the application that is set in the main settings on COS on the main screen, and it keeps it. You can set the orientation for any specific apps inside the main settings of CoverScreen OS, and that's of course what's called the auto orientation, but you can also do a landscape lock or a portrait lock. So let's say if I'm right now on the portrait lock, it will just use the portrait lock irrespective of the preference that I have set in the main settings. So it will temporarily lock all app launches to the portrait mode. Let me demonstrate the portrait lock on the calculator. I will select the calculator, so you see this icon there. I need to press save right now. I will exit the CoverScreen OS. I will flip my phone back, guys. I will now enter my app drawer, and you can just see, by the way, the CoverScreen OS keyboard. So I will now search for calculator, boom. After unlocking my phone, you will see that the calculator is going to open in a portrait locked orientation. And this is, by the way, quite useful for apps like this. So you can lock portrait, you can lock landscape, and then of course also do auto, which is actually quite nice. The second option is the search option that I already showed, and it will allow you to search applications just using alphabet. So for example, if I want to search Telegram, I will just press T and I'll have access to all my applications starting with the letter T. Then we have something called AZ. When you press it, it will sort your application by alphabet. So starting from A to Z or from Z to A. I believe that self-explanatory. The next toggle is one of my favorite because pressing it will show you the recent applications that have been launched by the CoverScreen OS. And then of course, last but not least, you have here all your favorite apps. How can you add them there? You need to do this from the main CoverScreen OS settings. Let me show you. Go inside CoverScreen OS, navigate to settings. Under app drawer, there's going to be something called favorite apps. So let's say that Telegram is one of my favorite applications, guys. Select Telegram, press save, and now when I flip back my phone and I enter the app drawer, here I will be able to find Telegram. And then of course, launch it, as beautiful as it is. Now let's quickly discuss the quick toggles. Remember, when you go inside here and you just swipe down, you'll have access to a bunch of native quick toggles. The first one is the Bluetooth, the second one is the D&D This one is very interesting, guys. It's called Caffeinate. It will allow the cover screen to stay awake until you do something else, which is actually quite useful because you're not able to control this else from the phone. Then we have the power menu, of course, allowing you to restart or power off your phone. Of course, the flashlight, so see here, flashlight on and off. This one here is very interesting. It is the so-called flex mode, and it will allow you to use the cover screen while your phone is opened into a 10 style. So this is something like the regular Samsung flex mode, but powered for the cover screen by the CoverScreen OS. See here, guys, we are now in the flex mode, so you can use your phone and in the same time also have access to your CoverScreen OS. And if that's not enough for you guys, you can go here and remember one of the core features from CoverScreen OS is the fact that you can create your own powerful quick toggles. How? Let me show you. Once you're inside this menu, guys, you can just see the standard toggles. Click on the plus sign, then choose the Bixby routines. I already created one called power saving, right? And I will enable it. What will happen right now is when I close my phone, guys, and I go access my notifications, boom, I will be able to turn power saving on and off. This works as simple as that. I will show you how I created my routine, but it's very, very easy, guys. Once you start with your routine, you can add a routine. You can just choose whatever toggle you want, okay, or a function. So let's just choose, for example, the flashlight, which I know we have, but just in case, all right. And then, guys, you can just choose an icon and then just press save. Right now, guys, see, I have one Bixby routine, another one. If I now close my phone, I go back to my screen, boom, the flashlight will start. As simple as that. This is the beauty. Let's now continue with the widgets. Inside the CoverScreen OS, hit this button there, add any of the 94 plus widgets available on your phone to the CoverScreen OS. And guys, there are really plenty of things that you can choose, and you can add transforming your cover screen to a functioning device. It's not even a screen, it's a CoverScreen OS really transformed this little screen to something really very powerful. I will use Gmail to illustrate how this works. Choose the folder is the primary one. Going back on the cover screen settings here will give you Gmail. If I enable it, I will have access now to the Gmail. How does this look? Okay, let me now enter my CoverScreen OS, one swipe to the right, guys, in here. Now noting something important, the CoverScreen OS tries to make every widget really perfect, right? But you have two levels of zoom. The default one is the large zoom for all the widgets because of course that's really like a smaller screen, but you can also choose another option. Now how can you change the zoom level, guys? It's very easy. While you're inside the CoverScreen OS widgets, see and pay attention to this button here. Now I have tapped it. I will go back now and show you and see this is the big change. Some people do like it like this. I myself am a fan of the standard setting, and the standard setting really allows me to get a bit more text. Now let's speak about keyboards. I want to go inside the app drawer, guys. I'm gonna go to my favorite applications and I'm going to open Telegram. Of course, you need to authenticate your phone. Now let's say I want to type something to Jagan here. This is, by the way, the main developer. The moment you press on the setting for typing, guys, you will have these options. So when I press here, guys, I'm gonna have access to the CSOS Keyboard, and you can just switch between the regular T9 keyboard or a QWERTY keyboard. So if you wanna get from this to the QWERTY keyboard, guys, you just need to press the bottom right key, and that's that one. So press it, boom. Right now I have my regular QWERTY keyboard and I can just hi, all right, sending, see, boom. I'm now using the Telegram directly from here. Now let's try something interesting. This time I don't want to use the keyboard, so instead I'm going to use the microphone. Remember to just allow this setting when you set it up for the first time. Hi, I'm testing the keyboard. Boom, it will appear here, and now with one tap I am going to be able to send it to Jagan, who is actually the CoverScreen OS developer. So really, guys, there are a lot of options for you to interact within the CoverScreen OS directly from this little screen. Let's now discuss the powerful music screen. While you're here, don't forget swipe up to get access to play music, play music, guys. Okay, once you hit the play music, I will get directly access to, see here, Mixcloud, Spotify. So let me just start something from Mixcloud. Of course, I need to authenticate. Mixcloud is started, so I will start something. Okay, it will already play. I'm now back on the main screen and see my Mixcloud is playing. But even more, remember I told you that you can use here multiple applications. So let's say that I have also a session with Spotify. Now for the test, of course, I'm going to turn Spotify and just play some music directly from Spotify. Now guys, I will close my phone and I'll go back to the screen. See here, there are these two dots. So remember, I already started Mixcloud. So now swipe to the right. Yes, that's Mixcloud. Swipe back to the left and Spotify. This is not possible with the standard Samsung cover screen functionality. And this is really very, very powerful. Now let's discuss notifications and smart replies. Both Samsung stock and the CoverScreen OS, when you swipe to the left, guys, you're gonna get access to notifications. But if you're using the standard Samsung stock, you just have some very basic responses, right? And you're not really able to do plenty of things. With the CoverScreen OS, not only are you able to see all your notification in full, you're also able to reply. You can use up to 3 smart replies, and you can also type text. Let me show you guys. Now I see I have a command from YouTube. Okay, I want to see the command, it's there, but I don't see the full command. If I click here, guys, I have the option to open it on my phone and also open it on the cover screen. Of course, after authenticating myself, guys, boom, this here is the command. I can start replying like I showed you already using the T9 keyboard or the regular one. The best thing is that CoverScreen OS generates smart replies based on the conversation context, and you can use up to 3 smart replies. They're generated for you, and those replies could be a mix of emojis and also text. So you can just see, guys, really plenty of options that you can use directly on this very, very small screen, and this will allow you to interact with your contact directly from here. Now let's speak about the Edge Lightning. You are able to access it in the CoverScreen OS under settings. If you are a Samsung user, well, you must probably know already what Edge Lightning is, but this here is tailored for the CoverScreen OS. I will enable it and test it, guys. There are 3 different color configurations that you can apply. The default one, Edge Lightning glows around the edges of your cover screen whenever you receive something new. There is the app color, it glows with the prominent color of the app's icon, and this is really sick. And then you have also the multicolor. Edge Lightning glows up with the prominent color of all apps icon which have unread notifications. It's pretty crazy, guys. You can choose it from here, use app color for new notifications, or use gradient for unread notifications, and you have also a setting to set the lightning width and also the lightning durations. Alright, now let's test the Edge Lightning notifications. I'll close my phone and I will receive a message from Viber. Okay, see? This here, guys, is the default Edge Lightning's glow around the edge of the cover. Now remember, there are more options. So I will go back to Cover OS. Now I'll select use the app color for new notifications. Let's see how this will change. Okay, closing the phone, receiving a new notification from Viber. Boom, see? Right now the color has changed. And of course, there is the third option to get multicolored notifications. Use gradient for unread notifications. Then there is the other thing called VoIP Caller ID screen. The VoIP Caller ID functionality will allow you to accept or decline an incoming call or actually hang up. Of course, that's only VoIP like Telegram, WhatsApp, and etc. It's implemented for Telegram. I will now select Telegram, guys. I will close my phone and now I will get a call from Telegram. Let's see what will happen on the CoverScreen OS. Oh, Telegram call. And as I said, guys, I have the option to decline or answer. Pressing decline, boom, the call is declined. When you press the answer, you will be able to initiate that call. Have in mind that there is an experimental option for a universal caller ID, which will really try to work for non-compatible apps, but have in mind again that's experimental. If you like CoverScreen OS, have in mind that there is the option to support the developer, which will grant you everything. Be able to customize and get full access on the menu bar, on the app drawer, getting all the settings for the notifications, the generations for the auto replies, and etc, right? So all of this is enabled and they're accessible if you of course like the functionality. And guys, go check this application in Play Store. There is no joke here. This application really transformed the way I use my Z Flip 4. I really hope that you like it, and if that's the case, don't forget to download it, test it, and subscribe for the channel. With that said, VST over and bye.